Welcome to Juval Hub, your helping hand in property management education. We are so thankful that you have joined us, and please remember to follow and like us on your favorite social media outlet, which you can find in our show notes. Now let's get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Juval Hub podcast, your helping hand in property management. And I am excited, as always, to have another amazing guest, Zai Bennet, the CEO of Bennet Development Group. I met Zai at a luncheon, and I just had to have her on our show today. We're going to look forward to hearing her story. What an amazing young entrepreneur she is, and a lot of good feedback to help all those who are students who are thinking about getting into real estate, thinking about getting into property management. So her testimonial and her personal experience is going to help all in our community. So Zai, welcome to the show. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Your story is amazing. So what give us the background. How did you get started in real estate? What's the beginning stages of Zai, the real estate entrepreneur?
Yeah, so I grew up in Athens, Georgia. I am an only child, so I really didn't know much about real estate growing up. I didn't have many people around me that talked about real estate, so I was very new to it when I got in. Um, So honestly, I would just say the pandemic. I was at home. I was just searching up on social media different things, and I came across investing in real estate and building generational wealth. And through that, I just wanted to figure out how could I do that with little to no money. How can I get started in real estate? And I first started off by just saving some money that I had working at different jobs, and I was fortunate enough to be able to buy my first piece of land. And since then, I have been able to acquire more. I've done a couple of fix and flips for houses, single family houses, and I continue to acquire more land.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
So I actually just turned 21 like 2 weeks ago.
That's- that is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Good for you. Good for you. So
Thank you.
yeah, like what an inspiration you are. That's it's I just love the work ethic. I love that you are out there and going for it. So, you know, I was introduced to you from a networking event. So I'm just kind of curious, like as you have gone down this journey, has networking been of benefit to you? Like what did it take to start getting to know other real estate professionals? Kind of give us some background to that.
Yeah, so actually, my senior year of high school, I started my networking journey. And I just started reaching out to different real estate agents because at the time I thought that I would be a real estate agent. I do have my license, but I decided that that's kind of not where I want to be. But my first step into networking was networking with professionals that were agents. So I literally would email thousands and thousands of agents a day. And I would, set up meetings with them and I would just kind of understand their day to day. And some of them even took me on as mentees. And as I got further within my career in real estate and I moved to Atlanta, I started learning about different, aspects of of real estate and different careers. So I started reaching out to developers. I started reaching out to investors and people that were in property management. So I think Atlanta helped me with networking because I was able to meet more people in real estate doing different things. And going to Georgia State helped me as well because I was able to lean on alumni. I was able to lean on professors that could help me also navigate how to network with other professionals in real estate.
Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I like the approach that you're taking, not just on a specific segment within real estate property management. There's so many facets to it. So I'm sure that's given you such a nice, well-rounded perspective of, uh, of what the industry is like overall from your networking. Uh, so by taking the time, and I find it interesting that you got your real estate license and you're like, okay, need to do some more exploration here. So coupled with your education, the networking, how has this helped you today with like defining your career path? And do you have a clear vision of what the future looks like for you?
Yeah, so being able to network and have internships in different positions in real estate has definitely helped me have a clear vision of what I want to do in the future. Um, Having being able to have so many different meetings with different professionals in Atlanta and just in general, I've been able to see their day to day and what they do within real estate, and I've been able to say no, I don't really like that, or yeah, I really like that,
Hmm. Hmm.
while also just having different internships helped me as well. I've had so many different internships within real estate that I now know what I want to do, which is development.
Yeah.
And that took some time. When I first came to Atlanta, I was like, I'm going to be like a real estate agent and I'm just going to do that for the rest of my life. But using those resources, using college, using my mentors and people that I was able to have meetings with, and like I said, internships really helped me, understand what I want to do and what I have a passion for. And like I said, which is development now, but it took a long time to get here.
Well, it may seem like a long time, but I personally feel you have done a lot in a very short period of time. But that's, a little bit of an older guy's perspective, perhaps. But good for you. Good for you. So development. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to see where you go with that and where you land. Especially in multifamily. It continues to be a growing,
Mhm.
growing industry. Property management in general, very, very strong industry. So excellent career choice, and we're so happy to have someone like you in the industry. I know our community is just going to eat this interview up. And in particular,
Mhm.
I'm thinking of the ones who are listening to the show. Maybe they're students. Maybe
Mhm.
they are thinking, "Oh wow, I want to make a change. I've been in leasing for 15 years, or I have been in acquisitions or asset management. Like there's so many different things. I'd like to make a change." So, from that perspective, let's start with students.
Mhm.
What would you say to students who are just beginning uh, their college path? What would be your advice to them?
My advice to students in college would definitely be to network. Some of my best mentors or my closest mentors came from them being alumni at my school. Um,
Mhm.
So I would definitely say that. I would definitely say just networking at school, letting people know. I think the biggest thing for me and the reason why I have so big of a network now is because anytime that I message someone on LinkedIn, I let them know that I am a student. People love to help students. People love
Mhm.
to give back to students because
Yeah.
we are the next generation coming up. Um, so let everyone know that you're a student, especially with undergraduate, you only have 4 years. So let everyone know that you're a student and let them know, or if you're a freshman, senior, sophomore, junior, let them know. And I just tell people to also just network on LinkedIn. That has been my biggest blessing. Um, it's just networking on LinkedIn, letting people know that I'm interested in real estate and that I want to have a meeting with them and that I want to really succeed and that I see what they're doing as well, which, I am aspiring to do. Um, Leveraging your school, like I said, definitely leveraging that, leveraging alumni, going
Mhm.
to events, being a part of organizations like IROM, because there's different organizations that have free memberships, which is pretty cool. There are always events going on, especially in Atlanta, that people can go to that I went to my freshman year for free. So definitely leveraging resources. They're all out there. resources as in YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I learned about real estate through social media. And from there, then I started, talking to professionals. But literally, there's so many ways to go about, finding the resources and finding the people. But those are the biggest two things that I would say is really studying on different things to do within real estate and also taking advantage of the resources that your school and your city or state provides, which is people. They're all out there. You just have to go and find them.
Are sales involved in property management? Anytime a lease is signed, a sale has been made. Training will help sharpen those skills. Juvo Hub is happy to announce its new online course, Sales Fundamentals. Learn more about this course at juvohub.com, your helping hand in property management education.
That's incredible. I got to tell you something, Zai. That's the first time I've heard someone say that they learned about real estate or educated about real estate through social media. You
Hmm.
know, in my time frame, social media, it was never looked at as from that perspective. It's always been a marketing or a employee retention tool. Conventionally, traditionally, those have been the two typical verticals. Prospects, so from a sales perspective too. But that is the first time I have heard someone state that they were able to learn about the industry just from social media. So I think that's a big hat tip to all of those who continue to use it because, a lot of people felt it's just it's social media doesn't have it's not going to have an impact. It's not the audience that we want, so on and so forth. But your testimony is really very intriguing to me that it's provided that
Hmm.
benefit. So I think everyone who is on listening to this show will have another little metric to add to why we push out social media like this to this show. Like that's one of the reasons why I have
Yep.
Juvo Hub. I want more people to know what do we got, what's out there, what's the resources, what's your experience. So incredible, incredible. I think besides students, all of us, wherever we're at in our career, can learn from you. So love your spirit. That's fantastic. So what's next? So development is the genre. Like you feel like okay,
Hmm.
I want to focus on that. Anything else?
Hmm.
Like where do you feel like that's taking you as you look on the horizon?
Yeah, so that's definitely taken me. I guess learning where I want to go has taken me so far now because I'm around the right people.
Hmm.
Not saying that being around, other people that do different things in real estate wasn't right, but now around the right people that can get me to the next place now because I am where I want to be or I know where I want to be.
Hmm.
Um, so next is, just I have formed very strong, relationships and partnerships with big developers now. So I'm working hand in hand with some developers here in Atlanta. I am continuing to shadow and intern with them. And then also just partnering with them to help me figure out my land and to get, some development projects started with the land that I already own and working to build my legacy. And as you said, I have Bennet Development Group now, which is my development business, and we are starting to just put some assets under that LLC and just start working from there.
Incredible. 21 years old, a network guru, owns property, learned numerous genres and verticals within the property management real estate industry is fascinating. Very very happy for you, and I'm so happy that you're in our industry. Um, I know some of your mentors, and boy, they just love you, for your spirit and your energy. It's fantastic. So you mentioned LinkedIn as like
Mhm.
one of your principal ways of communicating on a social level. Is that how you want people to connect with you? Is that the best way?
Yeah, I'm always on LinkedIn. I am. Probably on LinkedIn more than any other social media app these days. But yeah, so anyone can just type in my name, Zacharias Bennett, and I love to connect with different people. If you have any questions for me, I'm definitely willing to answer. I am not a guru whatsoever. I am still learning. I still have questions for other people as well. But
Mhm.
I'm willing to find the answer or to help anyone find a mentor or to find someone that may know more than me with the subject that they may be asking me, but always willing to help, always willing to do whatever I can to help other students or just people in general, because real estate is definitely a hard place to get into or workforce. But once you're there, I think it's definitely worthwhile because it's changed lives, whether you're in residential or commercial.
Mhm.
And yeah, so I'm definitely most likely on LinkedIn 24 hours a day.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. And I think it's hard for any of us to say we're a guru in something.
Yeah.
There's just, like you said, there's just so much change all the time. Um, One of the things I love about the industry is just such a consistent measure of humility overall, knowing that we've
Mhm.
got so many dynamics. So that approach you have is going to serve you well for your career. So, Zy Bennett, thank you for being on the show
No
today. It was
problem.
a genuine pleasure to have you, and look forward to connecting with you at a future Atlanta networking event. I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon. So, thank you for being on the show.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Juvo Hub podcast. Thank you to all of your support and sharing episodes like this, and we're grateful for you and your commitment to our show today. Until next time, class dismissed. Take care, everyone.